What's happening, everybody? It's Huddy. Thanks for all the comments and the messages telling me what topics you want me to cover in my videos. Overwhelmingly, people want to talk about credit and they want to learn more about that. Don't worry, I'll get to a lot of those other great ideas in the coming weeks. So credit, we want to talk about some of the basics and maybe some credit card stuff too. So let's get after it. So the first thing that we want to understand is we need to talk about a FICO credit score or know what that is. So often people get in touch with me and they tell me what their Credit Karma scores are. I don't care. We don't use them. In fact, nobody uses them. It doesn't matter if you're getting a credit card, a car loan, a student loan, a motorcycle loan, especially a mortgage. We're using what's called a FICO credit score, and I'll post a link in the comments so you can go to that website and maybe learn more about it if you don't want to wait for my upcoming videos. The next thing that we want to talk about is how does FICO really calculate credit score? I'm not going to cover all of it. Again, I'll cover it in other videos, but the two biggest factors in the credit or in the FICO algorithm, 35% of your score is based on pay history alone, meaning are you making payments on time? Do you have collections? And how long is that payment history? So that is 35% of your FICO credit score alone is just your payment history. The next 30% is your debt and utilization ratios, meaning how are you managing the debt that you currently hold? So if it's credit cards, are your credit cards maxed or over the limit? Or are you paying them down? Do you have unpaid collections? Or if you have an installment loan, meaning like a car loan, a student loan, or a mortgage, something with a fixed payment, have you been paying on it very long? Are you paying extra? Just how are you managing all of that debt? So let's take a look at that 35% and that 30%. Again, 35% being pay history. That's the largest thing FICO weighs on. The next largest thing is that debt and utilization ratio combined. That makes up 65% of your FICO credit score alone. That's a huge chunk. So if you just focus on those two things alone, you're going to start seeing your credit scores increase probably quicker than you think. So when we talk about credit cards, how much do we carry? Should I close a credit card? Should I get a new credit card? How does that all really work? Well, my rule of thumb, if you don't like to carry a lot of debt, you want to carry 2 revolving accounts or 2 credit cards and 1 installment loan. So if you have a car loan, a student loan, or maybe a personal loan, that's plenty. If you have more than that, that's okay too. Because people have student loans or they have a car loan, maybe they're married, so they have a couple car loans plus a mortgage. That's all okay. It's just so you have a good, healthy mix of what is in your credit portfolio because this is an algorithm. It's not black and white. Again, focusing on that pay history and how you manage that debt is more important. So a lot of times people then will ask me, well, I want to close some of my credit cards. Is that okay? It is okay, but here is where people can make a mistake. Let's say you have a credit card for, say, a year, 2 years. It was a starter credit card. It has a higher interest rate. Now your credit scores are great, and you were able to qualify for maybe a rewards card, a better interest rate, whatever it is. So you want to get rid of that junky credit card because you don't like a lot of credit cards out there, so maybe gets you in trouble. So what I tell people, the way to execute that, it's okay if you eliminate some of those credit cards that you've had for a while, but before you close them, get that new credit card and pay on it for 3 months, meaning charge it up, pay it down, or pay it off for 3 months. Then feel free to close that other credit card. The mistake is that people get that new credit card, they activate it, and immediately close that new one. Well, you just cut off all that pay history without having any pay history on the new debt. So those are some basics for today. If you want more content like this, I do have a YouTube channel dedicated to mortgages and credit. Post that in the comments. Thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you at the next one.